chat today about Chanel Cruise Collection 2026. Please guys, stay with me. Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Oksana. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. Today I want to chat about Chanel new collection. It's been just released into boutiques. It's Cruise 2025-2026, but I'm gonna call it Chanel Cruise 2026. And of course we're gonna chat about handbags, and obviously it's not as exciting as hopefully soon see spring collection, and when we can see that crushed Chanel 255. I just want to see how it actually looks like in reality, how you can you even lock that bag. But today everything about the cruise collection. And when I check the section of new handbags, what struck me the most is suede handbags, because for Chanel to produce something in suede, it's not quite common. Mostly they produced in lambskin, calfskin, obviously the caviar skin, but caviar skin is just a calfskin with some kind of imprinting on top. Produce something in suede, it's say not common for Chanel. And when I'm looking at the section of new handbags, the first things I can see is this mini in suede. Absolutely cutest things ever. It's obviously a seasonal mini because the way the strap is positioned, it's not as usual as a normal classic mini. Nevertheless, it's very cute. I like also the CC. It's kind of almost like I don't know, plastic or wood maybe. Let me actually see in the description, did they mention what is it? Is it a plastic or wood? See the details. It just says it's dark beige, suede, calfskin, lambskin, and gold tone metal. It doesn't say if it's wood or plastic. It's kind of looking like a wood, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Very cute. I really love this bag right from the top. I really love this bag. I don't think there is a price upon request. Nowadays anything you look at Chanel website, it's like price upon request. Then talking about suede again, I noticed that this season they are coming up with suede Chanel 25, and this is the Chanel 25 mini. Again, price upon request. I don't know why they put this season price upon request. Maybe because, I don't know, with some kind of economic situation, conversion rates, or maybe because they give more freedom to boutiques, adjust between minimum and maximum price that they can sell. I don't know. If any of you know this inside information, please let me know. And this is the Chanel 25 in dark brown on the website, and it's a size mini. Very cute. I love it. Absolutely the cutest things ever. Absolutely love it. Just out of curiosity, let me see what is the size of this bag. So this is the mini. It's actually 20 by 22 by 12, so it's really small size. It's really small size. And on the website it's has a yellow color, has a brown, let me see, it has a brown, yellow, kind of like a pinkish, purplish. It has also gold metallic, yeah, and silver metallic. Everything price upon request, but I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's the cutest things ever. And when it comes to generally, like, you know, nowadays purchasing, it doesn't have to be even Chanel handbag, it can be Hermes or any other brand. I'm a little bit more selective, you know, of what I'm buying right now, obviously with the economic situation, etc. But if you are the person who is building your collection and you want to have some kind of Chanel suede handbag in your collection, I think this is one of the styles that really suits suede material. Because I remember when I did my review the very first time of Chanel 25, I was actually in Spain, and I just want to do the video about Chanel 25, kind of a little bit comparing to Chanel 22. I even mentioned in that video that I think that Chanel 25 looks the best in suede, and I really love that they came up with the suede, and it's obviously also mini size. Then there is some kind of seasonal Maxi hobo, again in suede. I'm assuming it should be some kind of classic flaps in suede. Let me check if there is a classic flaps in suede. It has to be. It cannot be that it's not, but let's just check. No, I don't really see any classic flap in suede, but it would be really interesting to know if there is going to be any classic flap in suede. Would be really nice to know. And by the way, if any of you guys know if it's going to be a classic flap and suede, please let me know. Anyway, let's continue with the... By the way, one more thing I want to kind of mention. If you're opening Chanel handbags, I just want to point out that right now, like usually the handbags that they're somewhat promoting, it's always Chanel Classic, then there is a 255, then the third one that they somehow try and really promote very hard, it's Chanel 25, then it goes Chanel 22, then it goes Chanel 19. It's almost like they're trying to do in chronological order. Then there is a boy Chanel bag, because I know for a while boy bag not even there, like, you know, not available, and then it's going to the seasonals. The next point about these seasonal handbags, I want to talk about kind of like a straw handbags. And the first ones that I want to chat about in this kind of like a straw categories, it's Deville. And here is this Deville handbag. It's actually braided straw, suede calfskin, and gold tone metal in beige. Again, price upon request. And it's in a large size, but it has also new kind of like a strap, because before large size it just has a braided straps, but this time it has also a little bit of the leather, kind of, I guess, for more comfortable wear. Really love this bag. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Love the color, love everything about this bag. Again, they don't show the price, just wondering how much is going to be a cost. But if you are really planning to go somewhere on vacation, having this bag, you know, strolling around, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Love, 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 love this bag. On the same note, if you are talking about kind of like, you know, braided straw style of the bag, the next ones that I really love is this kind of vanity case, if I may. And I really love that this vanity case doesn't have a zipper or anything like that. It actually has a proper turn lock. Love it. Absolutely love it. Again, as a vanity case, as you can even really use as a vanity case. Obviously not many of us using at this price point on this direct purpose as a vanity case, but if obviously money is no object to you, then maybe you can use it even as a vanity case. But this is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love these options. I think there was also some kind of almost like a flap or something, straw braided something like that. Love it, absolutely love it, because in sense of talking about the cruise collection, you're going on vacation, you're going for some kind of travel, you know, adventure, these kind of bags are, they're the best in my opinion. They're absolutely the best. There is several really beautiful color and tweeds. For instance, there is this classic tweed bag, very gentle, kind of like, it's really pretty. It's really pretty. I love the trimming, I love everything about this bag. Obviously it's going to be extremely expensive. As long as I remember myself, I wanna add some kind of tweed bag to my collection from Chanel, but I never was able to pull that trigger because I know that tweed is extremely unpractical, and I'm not the person who, like, you know, spending her money without, you know, thinking twice. Let's put it this way. So therefore, for me, spending this kind of money on the handbag of very delicate material, not in the books, but I remember I was trying several times, like, if I couldn't afford, like, you know, classic flap or something in the classic line, maybe I should try some kind of seasonal bag. Maybe the seasonal bag will be less expensive. I remember I was considering, like, really strongly Chanel 19 in tweed, because I really love Chanel 19. I know some people not so much fan of Chanel 19 because they think it's like too much logo over there, but there is a place there in the place, you know, when you can use this kind of bag, when you want to have that little bit of impact of what you are wearing. But I couldn't pull the trigger because I find that the tweed is extremely delicate material and it's not something that I can add to my collection. But again, if you're a person who doesn't mind to wear this kind of delicate materials, why not? One more thing I wanna bring to your attention, it's a classic flap in this beautiful color. When I looked at that color, the first thing that comes to my mind is kind of like light etude color. If it's, you're looking at it, it's almost like kind of Hermes etude, but a little bit lighter. On the website they call it dark beige. I have actually a classic mini flap in dark beige from last year. I got it last year, I think, beginning of the season. I guess it was from the spring collection of 2025. But my dark beige, yes, it's dark beige, but it doesn't have that kind of etude. Maybe it does, but not as much. Mine, in my, like, the way I see the color, has a little bit more of the yellow. This one has a little bit more of etude to me. And if I see it in classic flap, I'm 100% assuming that it should be in minis. And this is the beautiful color to add to your collection if you're looking for some kind of Chanel beige. Because when it comes to beige clair, classic Hermes beige color, I'm not a huge fan. I find it's very yellow, at least. So if you're looking for Chanel beige color, I think it's a beautiful option this season. I really love it. I really love it. So let's see what else do they have for this season. There is several these exceptional pieces. It's, again, if you're a collector, there is ice cream kind of figurine. There is a sphere figurine, like if you really the person who is collecting this. And then there is this, we call it Chanel Mini Kelly, but it's actually mini shoppers. I know that it's very popular bag, and I know my opinion will be a very unpopular opinion. I tried this bag at the boutique. I find, for me personally, it's not the bag. First, I dislike that the strap is extremely long. The strap on that bag, it's almost as long as a Chanel, wallet on a chain, like a walk. And I find it's very, very long. I'm just a 5'3". It doesn't work for me at all. Then when it comes to these kind of like floppy things on top, especially when you have such a small restricted opening, I find it's unnecessary and totally not comfortable to use, let's put it this way. On top of everything, the bag is extremely small. I'm kind of over these extreme minis bags. As I said, even when it comes to Hermes Mini Kelly, I'm not after Hermes Mini Kelly. I know many girls, they're after Mini Kellys. That bag is totally not for me. I don't even like it, to be honest, the look of that bag. If I would have been offered, would I take it? Yes, for sure, because I have a daughter who is obviously the young girl. She might be interested in that bag, but for me personally, no. The same way about this Chanel mini shoppers. I know it's still popular. I know that on the resale market it's even sold with premium, but it's not for me. If you're obviously the person that looking for this bag, because that's why we are all different, we have different styles, different likes and dislikes. It's a good option for this season because they clearly have white and they have black. Because when it comes to this kind of bags, I find that it's the best to take them in very, very neutral color, unless if you're the person who enjoy those kind of bright colors. Then there is this kind of like really cute hobo bag. And this hobo bag somehow also reminds me of some of these new hobo bags coming from Hermes. I always want to say, why when there is a kind of like, new trends coming, it looks like all these brands, they have some kind of like, video conference and they're saying, oh, how about we all gonna do exactly the same style. It's surprising how it goes always around, like you don't see one brand doing totally like, I don't know, something different from anybody else. Usually they kind of in the theme. And this is again a hobo bag, seasonal hobo bag in calfskin. I'm just wondering, no, just a calfskin. It's it's not a caviar, it's not pressed calfskin. Very cute, it's very cute. I love the color as well. And yeah, it's cute. It's cute to have. Is it something that I would say, if it's going to be your first handbag, something to maybe consider? Maybe not, because obviously these kind of bags, they come and they go and they don't really retain the value as much, because they're seasonal handbags, and on top of the seasonal handbags, they're also trendy handbags. When it comes to my personal opinion, if you're gonna spend on something from these brands, especially at this price point, you better stick to something, even if it's seasonal bag, it's somewhat looking in the sense of the classic flap. For example, I have also some classic seasonal flaps in my collection. I have one seasonal flap. It's the official name is Fashion Therapy, and it's just full flap up front, caviar leather, very, very pretty, and it looks very, very classy. It's a seasonal bag, but it looks very, very classy, and you cannot confuse this kind of like classic Chanel flap look with any other brand. And it works for me. It obviously works in the sense of the Chanel flap. Not that I don't have Chanel classic flap, but occasionally you want something different. It doesn't have to be just the classic flaps. Though I know that many girls, they just collect classic flaps and nothing else. Myself, personally, I have many Chanel minis, and it took me also a while to appreciate Chanel minis, and right now I really love Chanel minis, especially in summertime when I don't have to, bring anything extra. I don't have to put my gloves, I don't have to put my scarf, etc., etc. So like in this case, I really love Chanel minis, and I have Chanel minis in my collection, and I think it's one of the best investments nowadays from Chanel. If you want to get yourself somewhat solid investment from Chanel, get yourself Chanel mini, because when it comes to classic flops right now, they are literally beyond reachable, because the medium flop right now, it's close to 15,000 Canadian before taxes. So with the taxes and everything, it's just like, I don't know, close to 17,000. It's absolutely, you know, ridiculous price, absolutely ridiculous price. Anyway, that's it for today. As I said, it's going to be a very, very short video, because I couldn't really find any handbags that I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, I really want to chat more about these handbags. As I said, the only handbags that somewhat strike me, it's a Suede, and if you're after Suede handbag, it's a great options to buy, because they don't come around as often, and especially like in that 25, Chanel 25 and mini size in Suede, I think it's a perfection. It's a perfection. It's a beautiful choice. So that's about it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video and all my bubbles, please don't forget to give me likes, maybe potentially share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe even subscribe. But if you're already my subscriber, thank you so very much. That's about it, and I will see you on my next one.